The hum of the fridge was the loudest sound in the house. It was a sterile, mocking silence. I turned 16 today. My hand was pressed against the window pane, tracing the condensation. Outside, the headlights of Dad's sedan disappeared down the private road. My siblings, Chloe and Ethan, were in the back seat, their laughter a dull, fading echo. They hadn't looked back. I slid my fingers down the smooth glass and found the note taped to the kitchen counter. My name was absent. Party at the club tonight. Adults only. Stay out of sight, freak. Chloe's sloppy cursive. The word freak was underlined twice. No cake, no card. Just a command. Just the annual ritual of being erased. For 16 years, it had been a cold dismissal, a psychological chokehold I had learned to internalize. But tonight, it felt different. It felt like a deliberate, final severance. I heard the lock click into place from the outside, a heavy, metallic finality. They didn't just forget me, they contained me. I didn't cry, not immediately. Tears were a weakness, a currency I refused to spend on their calculated cruelty. I walked into the dark living room, the expensive crystal and leather smelling of their self-satisfied wealth. I sat on the cold marble floor, pulling my knees to my chest. Stay out of sight. I became the shadow they believed I was. Then, the doorbell rang. It wasn't Dad coming back for a forgotten wallet. It was a precise, decisive chime that cut through the silence. My heart rate didn't spike, it slowed. Calculated risk. I checked the security monitor. Standing on the porch, perfectly composed, was Aunt Clara, my godmother. Her face, usually warm, was a mask of cold, professional resolve. In her hand, she held a thick manila envelope. She didn't look like family. She looked like an executioner. I opened the door. The night air rushed in, carrying the scent of rain and a new, sharp, metallic smell I couldn't place. "Happy birthday, dear," she said, her voice low, a conspiratorial whisper. She didn't hug me. She stepped inside, locking the door behind her with a motion that was unnervingly practiced. She pushed the envelope into my hands. "Your father signed the papers this afternoon. Custody, educational trust, all of it." My gaze drifted to the document peeking from the top. Final order of adoption. 16 years he kept you small, kept you quiet, Clara continued, her eyes searching mine for any sign of a break. She found none. He got greedy with the trust fund I set up for you. Thought he could leverage it against me. I didn't need to ask. I saw the flash of the name, Osborne Industries. Dad's company. Clara smiled, a sliver of icy vindication. He signed you away to me for a financial lifeline. A lifeline I am now severing. Effectively immediately, I have controlling interest in his company. It wasn't just a party they crashed. I thought of the note. Stay out of sight, freak. I looked at Clara, then down at the papers. And the party? It will be ending early, she stated simply, when the transfer notice hits their phones in 20 minutes. My breath came out, a slow, controlled exhale. Not one tear. Just the quiet realization that my siblings' cruelty and my father's betrayal were simply the mechanism that set my own, far more devastating, revenge in motion. I had always been in control, waiting for the legal loophole, the financial leverage. I closed my eyes, picturing their shocked, drunken faces when the news dropped. The silence in the house didn't feel mocking anymore. It felt like a vault. "Thank you, Clara," I said, the words cold and precise. "Happy birthday, my dear," she repeated, but this time it was a title. The game has changed. I walked back to the kitchen, the signed documents heavy in my hand. The fridge hummed on. The silence was now mine. They never saw me coming. They never would again.